Trump may have a characterization change on Thursday at the convention. So what do I mean by characterization change? Goffman, front stage, backstage. Backstage is who we are when we're with our family. A lot of people don't know that person because it's just who we are when we're at home. And we don't know what Trump's like at home. We could speculate and we could say this media report or this story or this or that, but we don't know because we're not his family and we're not at home with them. Front stage, that's the persona. That's the business guy, the apprentice. That's the you're fired. That's the former president of the United States, current political candidate, maybe even the future president of the United States. And that is a character. He has been one character up until this point. And now there could be a shift in characterization and a shift in policies that can't be questioned because of the assassination attempt. So Trump has a chance of redemption, and I'm not necessarily talking about from a Christian philosophy here, and that could be, but I am saying that he could have a complete redemption moment. He comes out with this new character. So he comes out as somebody that says, hey, I want to build unity. And they already said that he tore up his speech and he's writing a new speech. Maybe he doesn't go on the attack. Maybe things are completely different. He's like, this country has a problem. It's evident we have a problem of the events that happen. And so we've got to bring the events together. And he may paint himself somewhat as a character saying, hey, this happened to me, and I'm glad I took the bullet for the United States, and now I want to do things to make it better. Let's bring everybody together, all the different people. We've got to learn to love and help everybody. So he could come out and be this completely different character. And if you follow professional wrestling, you're going to love this, man. If you follow professional wrestling, so they talk about the cool bad guy, right, the heel, and that's who Donald Trump has been, almost like the Ric Flair character, if you will, the cool bad guy, the bad guy that a lot of people like and a lot of people hate at the same time. So he's been this bad guy, this heel persona this whole time. So now he's got a shift, and it's almost like he's going to become what they call the babyface persona, right? He's going to be the good guy, the ultimate good guy. So it's following almost like professional wrestling storylines. We're going from the bad guy to the good guy. And if you look at it, man, I've got Hogan here, right? NWO Hogan. He was the cool heel, the cool bad guy. Then he shifted back to the babyface that we know and love, the red and yellow. And you can look at Trump the same way. Before he ran for office, man, he was the good guy like Hogan. He was the babyface. Everybody loved Donald Trump in the 80s and the 90s. Everybody did. He was on Saturday Night Live. He was on The Apprentice. Everybody loved Trump. And then the second that he went to run for office, he had some things that were maybe controversial. And then he was the cool bad guy, right? He was the cool bad guy. So now we might see that babyface turn, as they call it in pro wrestling. He's going back to the red and yellow. He's going to be the All-American. He's going to be the uniter. He's going to be the guy that everybody loves. So I am very interested to see this speech on Thursday, to see what persona he brings out. Man, he might even bring a little of that backstage out. He might even show us a little bit, hey, when I went home with Melania that night, I was in the hospital, and we were, he didn't go home. When I was in the hospital with Melania that night, we talked about this. And we, when Don Jr. came by, when my grandkids came by to see me, and they told me they loved me, it changed my whole perspective on things. Who can question that? Who can attack when he says, hey, I talked to my grandkids and my world was changed at that moment because I realized I was lucky to be alive. God blessed me to be alive. Who can question or attack that? It's a very difficult position to attack. So that's what we got to be careful, and that's what we got, that's what, as I look at politics and as I look at the sides and I look at everybody and what they're saying, if you try to attack the guy that's the victim, you become the bad guy. So this is real interesting. I don't know a political strategist. I don't know if they're looking at this. I don't know if we're just going to see a shift in character because he can play different characters, or we don't know if it's real. Here's the thing about being authentic, is you don't have to be authentic. You just got to be believable. Maybe he is. If he comes out and he's caring and he wants to unite everybody, maybe he firmly believes that. Who can question a guy who just had an assassination attempt? He was literally just shot. Whether we say it grazed his ear or not, bullet hit that man's ear. And had he turned to the left, we'd be having a different conversation. So as you look at that, who can question that? And this is a great time for a shift. So as a political consultant, somebody could advise him to play into that more. So we might see maybe there's some true feelings in there. Maybe there's some true backstage that bleeds over. And with this, we might see political advisors saying, hey, play that up, play that up. It's going to be interesting. What do y'all think we're going to see on Thursday? Do you think we see the shift? Do you think we see from going from the cool heel, so to speak, back to the red and yellow, back to the All-American, back to the babyface? Man, I'm pro wrestling people that are fans, y'all get that. And I hope other people can follow along with that. And I want to hear what y'all think. So like, share, comment, and follow.